The opening picture of the story sketches the image of the main character, an ordinary-looking man. His slovenly figure and lack of confidence are evident on his face, creating a haunting portrait of self-doubt and insecurity. Not much of a man, messy, no qualification, not much to list on my resume, but I was picked for a government-supported program. I was employed to work in the headquarters personnel Lee Ho-Seung department of Korea's biggest company, the Universe Group. None of this is really any business of mine. I just need to focus on what I am doing, but there is one problem. Hello, I'm Lee Sung-ho and I'm newly employed here. From the very first steps he took into the company, he had to face countless judgments and discrimination. The scrutinizing gazes, mocking words, and aloof attitudes were like sharp knives, cutting deep wounds into his heart. The sense of isolation, feeling lost among the crowd, plunged him into despair and deadlock. It's now been 1 year since I was employed here. My reputation is not great. Did you know he's a person parachuted into a company due to family connections? He's someone from a university outside the metropolitan area, implying a person of lower intellect. He looks a bit weird too. However, he didn't give up. But if I try my best, and work really hard, will I ever be recognized? Don't give up. He froze, his heart skipping a beat. His once shy and timid gaze suddenly transformed, sparkling with joy and indescribable surprise. The image of his neighbor appeared before his eyes, captivatingly alluring with her perfect curves, especially her voluptuous bosom that rivaled Cardi B's. He was stunned, unable to believe his eyes, his mouth agape like a child amazed by a new toy. Oh. Such a pure face and such a sexy body. This woman that I'm looking at is Yoo Sok-young. She is living downstairs from me. We only just exchange hellos, that's our relationship. Sure, she has a boyfriend, right? That kind of woman is never left alone by guys. I get so excited just for the fact that she lives downstairs from me. Suddenly, out of the blue, she turned to say hello. Oh. Hello. Hello. Lost in his own thoughts, Ho-Seung was surprised by his own actions. When he realized what he had done, embarrassment was evident on his face, his ears and cheeks flushed red. What if she realized? Phew, why did my hand do that? Are you going on a date today? Ho-Seung asked shyly. Because you are dressed up so nicely. Excuse me? Sure. Did I just say too much? I'm going for a job interview. He breathed a sigh of relief when she didn't notice anything out of the ordinary, then she said. These days my boyfriend is too busy riding his bike, so he never has time to see me. Is that so? How could cycling be more important than Sok-young? Is that guy crazy? If I was her boyfriend I would ride her every day. And not a bicycle. The monster inside him was howling in despair. Oh, I'm going to be late. Lost in the captivating beauty of his neighbor, the protagonist completely forgot about his work hours. He hurriedly rushed to the company before it was too late. Despite the fatigue from the long journey, his mind remained preoccupied with wandering thoughts. How can people spend so much money on drinking coffee, rent and a student loan repayments, plus a small allowance that I give to my parents, leaves not much left. Surely vending machine coffee is the best. And through this we have gained some insight into the current financial situation of the main character. At the time I didn't know a single dropped coin would change my whole life. This could very well be the beginning of a legend. Haha. Mr. Ho-Seung, this is the women's bathroom. Sorry, the thing is, I dropped my coin. Hee hee. Her expression was like she was thinking, what is this pervert doing here? That guy is creepy. What was he doing in the women's bathroom? He literally does nothing but go to work and come home, yet he's still hated. Phew, I hate him. By the way, my birthday is soon. What should I ask my boyfriend to buy me? Appa, what are you going to get me for my birthday? Remember I told you I wanted that clutch bag? I already bought you that bag last time. Ho ho. She possesses the ability to subtly attract her boyfriend. If I were him, seeing the pictures she sends, I probably wouldn't be able to resist acting the same way. Ha. Suddenly, she detected something strange, a glimmer of suspicion sparked in her mind. Calmly observing, she realized that the odd thing was a hidden camera. And then everyone started gossiping about the story of the camera in the women's bathroom. What's going on? The thing is, someone found a secret camera hidden in the women's bathroom. Secret camera? Whoever did this must be crazy. Porn mustn't be enough. Well, if porno was cage-farmed, then secret camera is free range. Perverts love that. Hey! Stop talking like that. The team leader's summons regarding the camera incident served as a warning of the impending upheaval, heralding a new chapter filled with turmoil in the protagonist's life. Miss Na-so-ri? Yes, so. You mean you found this hidden in the wall of the toilet? Yes. Okay, got it. Don't worry, we'll catch him. You'd better go home. You must be upset and scared. By the way, if you notice anything suspicious, please tell me. A glimmer of light sparked in her mind, opening the door to memories. Suddenly, the image of the main character appeared in her thoughts. Well. Team leader, she said. As fate would have it, after a tired yawn, the main character received a summons from the team leader regarding the mysterious camera incident. It wasn't me, team leader, he screamed. Then why did you go into the women's bathroom? How many times do I have to say it? I just went in to pick up a coin that I dropped. Anyway, I didn't even go into the cubicles. Her gaze betrayed her discomfort and judgment towards the protagonist. She remained silent for a moment before speaking. Okay, that's enough for now. The sense of helplessness and frustration was palpable as he tried to explain, but to no avail. He said, "All right, I'm going back to my seat." But surprisingly, that wasn't the end of it. No, you should stay right here. Why here? Because you are the #1 suspect. Powerless, he would have to face the true darkness ahead with no way to prove his innocence. Continuing from the previous part, Ho-Seung said with a sad look. Now, I'm going back to work. No, stay right here. Why? Because for now, you are the #1 suspect. I already told you I didn't do it. The team leader's affirmation caused our protagonist's emotions to explode. We don't know that yet. Why are you so sure, even though there's no evidence? The security team is checking the CCTV footage now. So just wait a little bit more. Really? You're driving me crazy. Rumors of the incident spread like wildfire throughout the company, planting the seeds of persistent nightmares that haunted the protagonist. From being a mere topic of gossip, his image in the eyes of his colleagues became increasingly distorted, casting a dark shadow over his already fragile reputation. It's Ho-Seung, right? Don't know yet. Someone saw him coming from the women's toilet. To be honest, I think he could have done it. Actually he looks a little bit creepy. Back in the office, the CCTV employee who had checked the cameras brought the results to the team leader. However, her frowning expression suggested that the results were not what she had wanted. Okay. Alright. Ho-Seung, it's okay to go back to your desk now. We checked the CCTV and saw that you just picked up a coin and immediately came out. We no longer suspect you. I told you I didn't. Isn't there anything else you want to say? He's expecting an apology. No. Her response was firm, devoid of any remorse or hesitation. She will surely pay the price for her actions. The upcoming story will be incredibly captivating, so stay tuned. Ho-Seung. Okay, got it. Try to stay out of trouble from now on. What was the meaning of those words? His disappointed gaze provided the clearest answer. Even though I was accused for no reason nor evidence, I got no apology whatsoever. But I was okay anyway, there's no accusation against me now. But when I went back to my desk I could feel the suspicion against was still ongoing. Instinctively, I could tell something was not quite right. As of right now, I'm used to people thinking the worst about me. But the silence was telling me. Everyone hates me. Day by day and week by week I could not escape it. His appearance now resembles nothing more than a pervert. People start to distance themselves. The girls are terrified. However, what is happening is just the beginning of a legend, haha. Back to the camera woman, it seems like a fight is about to happen. Baby, where are you? Come out now, stop teasing me. See? You frightened me, he. Hey, we are supposed to do this after work. What are you talking about? I'm so stressed because of that camera Ho-Seung installed in the toilet. Then let me please you. He. You don't know what I see, he. Is that it? Don't put it in. I guess anyone in this situation would blush like this, he. Okay. I'll buy that bag for you, okay? He. Be honest. Your sausage gets hard for other birds. No. In the office here's no woman as sexy as you anywhere. Kiss me please. Here are some pictures of this couple's fight in the warehouse. He. You know, you have lots of women around you. Like Chong, Suk-si and team leader. Be honest, you want to foo other girls, right? No, not that. Only you, baby. You know it's okay to be honest. Just say it. If you don't I'll stop. Pull it out. Stop, pull it out. Why? Why now? I'm about to jump. Pull it out now, you son of a bit. His frustration is clearly visible on his face. Everything was about to be completed in a moment, but it failed right at the last minute. Anyone in this situation would understand his feelings. Haha. Go and foo the team leader. Baby, it's nothing, really. I thought you just wanted me to say it like that. That's it. No more. You go first, I'll hang back. You're cruel, you can't stop like this. I will let you finish if you behave. You're so cruel. It's all your fault. You ruined it. After the epic battle, she hurriedly adjusted her clothing. Suddenly, her expression changed as she noticed someone approaching. The figure entering the warehouse was none other than the team leader. Her eyes were filled with sadness and discomfort, mixed with surprise. Returning to the main character, his defeated posture and tired face showed that he had been through a challenging battle. Phew, how long has it been? He seems to have had a really bad day. How long has it been? Exhaustion is evident around his eyes. Should I quit? This is really driving me crazy. As Ho-Seung walks past the convenience store, he suddenly sees his neighbor being bullied. What will he do? I'm not a weirdo. Let's go and have a drink together. I have a boyfriend. I didn't ask you for a date. I just want to be your friend. I have a boyfriend, and as a friend why can't we just have a drink together? Oh. How many times do I have to tell you, I don't want to. Go away. Suk-young si. You act like you are so high class, damn, you think you're that special? I just wanted to be friendly and you're just treating me like a loser. It seemed like a good idea getting along with each other, two lonely people, right? Stop it. Hurriedly taking out his phone to record the evidence before becoming a strong man in front of the neighbor, he. Who are you? You're making me look like a real weirdo. You know what you just did is actually sexual assault, right? And I captured all of it. You pervert, why are you filming us? Pervert? Delete it all. Otherwise you're breaching my right to privacy. The pervert angrily walks away, his face twisted with frustration at being unable to do anything, and Suk-young gazes at the main character with a look of admiration, saying, "Wow! That was awesome. Thanks heaps, that was such a great idea, film it." The main character shyly replied, "Actually, since I've been having some trouble at the company where I work, I've realized the importance of recording everything. So it's become a bit of a habit. Haha, okay, time to go, get home safety." Suddenly, she grabs him. "Don't leave me alone. I'm still worried about that pervert coming back and we have lots of drink left, hee. Will you be happy to have a drink with me? Just between us neighbors." Picking up where episode 2 left off, the recent incident seems to have marked a turning point in their relationship. Ho-Seung and the neighbor girl found themselves lost in conversation over drinks, oblivious to the darkening sky. Eventually, Ho-Seung found himself carrying her home, his heart filled with an indescribable emotion. This time, however, it was she who took the initiative to talk. Her soft voice and radiant smile made Ho-Seung's heart flutter. It seemed as if the barriers between them had slowly begun to crumble, making way for understanding and empathy. The night sky, adorned with twinkling stars, seemed to add to the romantic atmosphere. Ho-Seung took each step carefully, trying not to wake her. The gentle moonlight illuminated her delicate features, captivating Ho-Seung's gaze. They had been through a lot together, from initial misunderstandings to shared experiences and compassion. Perhaps this was the beginning of a new relationship, one that was beautiful and full of promise. Under the shimmering moonlight, Ho-Seung silently vowed to always cherish and protect this small girl. How will their story unfold? Stay tuned for the next episodes. 1 hour earlier. Is your work the reason why you have such a long face? Normally, even if you're tired, you still manage a smile, Lately. Noticed you looked as though it was the end of the world. Every time I saw you, you sighed and your shoulders have dropped, is that it? Phew, is that it? Look, you're sighing again. What's going on? I think I might quit my job. People think they misunderstand me. They think I'm such a bad person. Mr. Ho-Seung, are you crazy? Jobs aren't so easy to come by these days, and people are always going to gossip. You can't quit. I also only just got a job. Ah, you said you had a job interview. Congratulations. It's not a full-time job though. Anyway, did you try to resolve this misunderstanding at work? Yes? Well, then go and tell people that you're not a bad person. Even though I could do that, I'm afraid the misunderstanding won't be resolved. If it doesn't work, well, you did try. Just become a bad guy, then people won't misunderstand. Then at least you won't feel victimized. Haha. Then why don't we cheer each other up? Shall we drink a toast? Cheers, to our future. Let's rewind to the initial moment, where the protagonist and his neighbor are walking home after an emotionally charged evening. If you were him, what would you do? In many ways, today was a hard day and I'm tired. But anyway, it seems she's built a bit of a wall around her to keep guys out. I wonder then, why she opened up, spoke her mind to me. Does she think that I'm so easy? Finally home, standing in front of the door. Keys? In the pocket. In the pocket? A thought flashed through his mind. Wait, this is a green light? After putting her to bed, he asked. Suk-young, are you okay? What is his flushed face and surprised eyes saying? The sight of her was like a flame that incinerated his rationality, leaving only raw instincts that seeped into his every involuntary movement. That time rationally, I know I shouldn't. From within a tiny corner of myself I could feel, a beast-like passion from within had been awakened. Men's primal instincts kicked in. In the middle of a crucial moment, she suddenly spoke up. A-hole. I got a job, but my boyfriend didn't even bother to celebrate with me. marry your bicycle, a-hole. Her words were like a ray of light piercing through the fog that clouded his reason, awakening him from his primal instincts. He paused, contemplating the recent upheavals in his life. Then what did he do? Perverted son of a bit. I felt such a sense of shame that night. She was like a saint to me, who believed in me even though I was accused of being a pervert. Perverted son of a b. We can probably guess what he's up to, hee. After that night I didn't see her for a new days. I was afraid of what I had done. I'm worried about her. She suddenly appeared right behind him, in front of the main entrance of the company, leaving him utterly stunned. Oh. Rooftop Ajiasi? When I met her in an unexpected place, I felt all of a sudden, was relief that she didn't disappear away from me forever. Wow, are you also working at this company? She didn't remember what happened that night. You're working in this big company? You got a job here as well? Yes. Wow, I feel so relieved. At least I know one person from here. Is it okay if we have lunch together later? Then, give me your number, I'll buzz you later. Suddenly, from a faraway corner, the gaze of a familiar character who appeared at the beginning of the story crept towards the chatting couple, bringing with it a mysterious and suspicious atmosphere. Good one, Lee Ho-Seung, he said. Who, Ho-Seung, you look really happy today. Did something happen? Shameless. A faint smile slowly spreads across the protagonist's face, his eyes sparkling with joy and optimism, indicating that he is gradually overcoming the psychological shock and ready to face new challenges at the company. I'm so relieved she didn't disappear on me. Rahir, I feel I got closer to her now. For the first time in this office, where it normally felt like hell, I felt like I could breathe again. She made this place and this pain. She became the reason I should survive this pain. Lunch again tomorrow? Good. Somewhere in a motel. Wow, baby, look at your legs. Continuing with the image of the couple in a motel somewhere in the previous part. I knew it, he's just a sleazy creep. Well, whatever, it doesn't matter. He's going to be fired anyway soon. Getting fired? I overheard the team leader and branch manager talking about it. That's the end of him. An air of mystery shrouds the warehouse as the team leader enters with a stranger, leaving the audience intrigued about their relationship and motives. We just need one more person to side with us, but things aren't going as well as I had planned. And by the way, what's with the secret camera? You didn't catch the culprit yet? Sorry to make you worry about that. No, it's not your fault. With this incident, if it's not resolved, you're the one who will lose out, especially with that branch manager promotion you were hoping for. His words were like sharp knives, gently gliding across the team leader's cheek, but his empty and indifferent gaze was like an icy wall, blocking any empathy. I gave my everything for this promotion. Well, you also don't want to go back to that time when you were having to use your body to get ahead. Right. So I'm saying this, can you please approve of the appointment? What kind of appointment? There's an employee who is getting a bad reputation. This guy was the key suspect in relation to the hidden camera in the women's toilet, and many employees are still suspicious that he was the one who did it. Now, if you'll just let me appoint him to the rural branch. Now I see. So your plan is to appoint him to the local branch, which will make it look like he was definitely the guy who planted the camera. Is that it? I think that's a pretty good idea, but what if he makes a big fuss and complains that this transfer is unfair? I'll take care of it and make sure that it won't happen like that. His corrupted hands slithered through the deepest parts of the forest, relishing in its softness and atmosphere, igniting a raging desire within him, yet simultaneously contorting her face with disgust and resignation. I know you'll handle this very well, because you are so talented at fixing people's careers. Alright, I'll approve of the transfer. And from now on it's up to you. I'll keep an eye how it goes. Got it. Her scornful gaze pierced through the darkness like two sharp daggers, pinning the man down as he emerged from the shadows. She cast a sidelong glance at him and whispered venomous words. Fuang Count. Returning to the battle at the motel, it seemed that the boyfriend was also a bit surprised to hear this story. Wow, that's great. So what's your relationship with the team leader and the branch manager? I don't know. Well, same as like us. Well, that the hell does, same as like, mean? If you give me what I want, I give you my butt. A flushed face and sparkling eyes filled with anticipation, a familiar sight that makes any boy's heart flutter. He. Returning to the main character, he is currently in a state of turmoil at work. His face is pale, his eyes are glazed over, and he feels helpless as he reads the unexpected notice of his job transfer posted on the company's bulletin board. As night fell, the city donned a black cloak of mystery. In a luxurious restaurant, laughter and chatter resounded, blending with the shimmering lights, where powerful men and beautiful women reveled in a lavish feast. He. Out of the 6% of staff who left the company, 9% were fired. It's within government guidelines. Good. Make it thorough, don't create any trouble for us. Ho-Seung's hurried footsteps and anxious eyes suggested that he was about to do something. It's so good getting this report directly from the person responsible. He. Returning to Ho-Seung, he hurriedly entered the team manager's office. Team manager. The team manager is out of the office. Where did she go? The girl's bewildered expression, a character who would later become a part of the protagonist's journey. He. Back to the party. Since you've traveled so far to get here, how about a drink? Thank you. Outside the party. Well done. The CEO is happy because we dealt with this incident and appointed that troublemaker to another branch, and the secret camera incident will go away. Then there's not going to be any problem stopping your promotion. Congratulations in advance, head of department. Thanks. Well, don't celebrate too soon. I'll let you handle this. Don't forget our CEO is here, keep it under control. The conversation continued until the protagonist made their entrance. Team leader. By the way, why? Team a leader. What is this? Appointment and branch transfer all about? I won't be leaving here without a proper explanation. Hop in. Let's talk on the way. Despite the heavy downpour outside, the conversation inside the car continued to revolve around the protagonist's story. How dare you come here like this? We could have talked about this tomorrow. I needed to talk about this today because the appointment starts tomorrow. So what's the reason behind this? Even though I wasn't the perpetrator, you're sending me away. You premised you'd settle this when I was cleared of any suspicion. Now you're just transferring me to another branch way out of town without any consultation. So you mean, you are asking me to help because you are being bullied? Is that it? You know this is not a kindergarten and I can't force everyone to get along. That's something you need to deal with on your own. But, this is completely unfair. Alright, stop. Going on about it, I get it. Go back to your desk. I will think about it. Thank you. You think this is disciplinary action? No, it's all for you, Ho-Seung. Why don't you understand this is actually a plan to help you out? What does it mean? Look out for that cyclist ahead. Watch out. You're such a coward, I know, I saw him. Ho-Seung, I know you didn't plant that camera. It's hardly possible given you get frightened so easily. By the way, you know that? What? Every single family colleague thinks you're a pervert. Well, that is because people just misunderstand me. That doesn't matter. The important thing is you won't be able to change your reputation easily. If you stay here in the main branch, your reputation will deteriorate over time. You will end up having to resign. From how I see it, working in a local branch would be a safe option, at some point you can come back when the time is right. People think worst in me, why should I behave like I'm the bad guy? Why am I the victim in all this? I never wanted to give up like this. Now I get how the system works. Now, finally I've lost the chance to make this work. At a team when I had just begun to realize there was a purpose. And now I just realized that the rumor about you that you're a pervert, it turns out that is the truth after all. I know you were peeping, just now I caught you staring at my breasts. Well then, want to feel them? Actually, I'm quite horny as well, after a few drinks. Do you think you can keep this a secret? Just think of this as a goodbye present. When she suggested, even though I knew I shouldn't, my hand just seemed to move, on its own. The night I visited Suk Yong's room. The beast that awoke in me, that made me grab her breast and suck on it, was the same craving and temptation in front of me right now. Eyes wide with wonder and a face flushed pink, her hands reached out as if to embrace the softness of the promised land. That feeling, why do I yearn for it so much? Will she endure it, or is it all just a conspiracy? His mind began to be overwhelmed and his primal instincts kicked in. Like a hungry wolf stalking its prey. I couldn't control myself. While he was relishing the softness of a luxurious bed, her expression suddenly changed and then, pack. Team leader. Fuang pervert, how dare you try to rape me? Team leader, you invited me to touch. Are you saying I led you on and enticed you, you lowlife scum? What you did just now. It's all on video, there. I adjusted the angle before so it's all captured. It doesn't matter because you're also on the video leading me on, like I said. No, it's mute so there's no record of our dialogue. I have it set to mute because of confidential business discussed in the car. I won't just sit back and watch this happen. Oh, is that right? Then what are you going to do? You going to say that I led you on? Who's going to believe you? The way your reputation is now, you know better than that. When everyone finds out about this, it's not only going to ruin your new appointment, your whole life will be ruined. No other company will ever hire you. You are miserable. Your career will be finished. So what about just accepting the transfer to be rural branch? Well, now you fully understand. So can you get out of the car and foo off? What? But this is right here. I have nothing else to say, I'm done. And Lee Ho-Seung, I don't want to spend another second more with you, because you're a pervert. Plain and simple. Helplessness was etched across the protagonist's face. He stood rooted to the spot, watching the team leader's car drive away. His steps were heavy, his mind a whirlpool of thoughts. Why does everybody hate me so much? What could I do? What did I do wrong? From the very start, was it always going to be so fucked up like this? I really did try my hardest. My best. Distracted while driving, the team leader plunged herself into an unexpected and unpredictable situation. The consequences of this incident could severely impact her future. What was that? It seems that the protagonist has discovered something. The accident struck the team leader, leaving behind severe consequences. Her reaction clearly showed the anxiety and unease creeping into her mind. The victim kept crying for help, but instead of helping, she chose a path no one could have predicted. Help. Help, me. Ugh, choking. Emerging from the shadows like a phantom, Ho-Seung swiftly gathered the necessary information. Thanks to his keen instincts and cautious nature, he had secured a significant advantage for his future. So you witnessed the hit and run on your own right? Yes. When I reached the scene, the accident had already happened. Ho-Seung trudged along, his heart heavy and his mind clouded with dark thoughts, lost in a labyrinth of endless worries. Why on earth? Why am I covering up for a person who is so clearly going out of their way to ruin my life? Apaya, let's have some fun. Despite welcoming him and the beautiful girl with open arms, amidst the laughter, wine, and food, Ho-Seung couldn't conceal the sadness that lingered on his face. Appa, time is ticking. You're wasting your money. You don't like me? Come on, let's have some fun. Warn me first, if you're going to be rough like that. Unlike the previous time, the luxurious bed seemed to offer little comfort to him this time around. Okay, help yourself. Suddenly, a torrent of different images flashed through his mind, transforming him into a wild beast. That I'm perfect. Having Appa rubbing. In the middle of all this turmoil, all of the anger, fury, fear, temptation, pleasure and everything else, I just recalled a woman. The reason I covered up for her was because I realized I could turn this whole mess into my absolute advantage. The wolf inside me, the instinct of the beast, could feel. What does the smile reveal? After a tumultuous day, the smile seems to reveal hidden depths in Ho-Seung's soul. Could this be a sign of a new turning point in his life? What lies ahead for him? The future events are definitely worth looking forward to.